Let's break down the steps it takes for you to buy your first real estate property. And with this video, we're going to start with step 1, which is how to get pre-approved for a loan. I'm going to take you through the type of places you can go to get pre-approved, what type of loans you can get, and what it generally takes for you to qualify. And if you stick with me to the end, I'll show you an easy way for you to not only estimate how much money you can afford, but also a way for you to estimate how much money you need to save in order to buy real estate. Let's get to it. First, let's talk about the different places you can go in order to get pre-approved. The first type of place you can go to is a bank, such as Bank of America, Chase, or even a credit union. These places offer pretty good deals actually, but they're more tailored toward people with better credit and who are more financially stable. The next place you could go to is an online lender like Quicken Loans or Rocket Mortgage. These places are strictly about mortgages. That's all they do, so they tend to be able to take on more riskier clientele. Now, they probably won't offer the absolute best deals when compared to something like a credit union, but the deals will still be pretty good. A lot of buyers I work with tend to use online lenders, and they're pretty popular. The third place you can go to is what we call a mortgage broker. A mortgage broker is pretty much a middleman who you go to, and they'll set you up with the best loans that they have available. These mortgage brokers often charge a fee, but if you have more of an uncommon financial situation, they can be a good source for you to be able to find a loan that fits you. Now, when you look into getting pre-approved, you should check with multiple lenders to see who offers you the best deal. I know some people worry about it hitting their credit, but if you see multiple lenders within a 45-day period, it only counts as one hit against your credit. So even if you see 5 different people, it'll only show on your credit as you seeing one person. So make sure you take advantage of that and shop around. Now, if you're looking in the Chicago area and you need a recommendation for lenders, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to give you a list of lenders I've worked with in the past that have been very good. Next, let's talk about the different type of loans you can get. The first type of loan is a conventional loan, which is your pretty standard mortgage. Conventional loans actually have the best interest rates and are the cheapest loan, but they're harder to qualify for. Up next, we have the FHA loan, which is a very popular loan choice, especially for first-time homebuyers. The FHA loan is easier to qualify for when compared to a conventional loan, but it does have higher interest rates. If you're going to use the FHA loan, you must live in the property for at least 1 year, and the property must pass an FHA inspection. For those of you who want to buy a fixer-upper, but don't necessarily have the money to make the repairs up front, you might want to consider the FHA 203K loan. The 203K loan will loan you the money not only to buy the property, but they'll loan you the money to make the repairs as well. When using a 203K loan, an important thing to keep in mind is that the cost of the property and the cost of the repairs must both fit within your budget, which is harder to pull off than it seems. Also, any contractor that you use must be certified with the 203K program, so you can't just pull any handyman off the street and use them. And lastly, if you're a veteran or if you're in the military, the VA loan is the perfect option for you. The VA loan allows you to buy a home with 0 down payment. You only have to worry about the closing costs. However, similar to an FHA loan, the property must pass a VA inspection. Now that we went over different types of loans, what does it take to qualify for a mortgage? To qualify, the first thing you need to know about is called the debt-to-income ratio. Your debt-to-income ratio is basically how much monthly debt you have when compared to your monthly income. To qualify for a mortgage, your debt-to-income ratio must be no higher than 43% when using an FHA loan and no higher than 36% when using a conventional loan. As far as credit score goes, you need to have a credit score of at least 580 for FHA loans and at least a 620 to 640 for conventional loans. One thing you should know about your credit, however, is that they often base your interest rates on what tier your credit is, not on the credit number itself. So for example, a credit score of 760 or above will get you the best interest rates. This also means that whether you have a 760, a 770, or a 780, you're going to have the same interest rate. So the top tier, like I mentioned before, is 760 and above. The next tier is 700 to 760. The next tier after that is 680 to 700, and the next tier after that is 660 to 680. Once your credit score falls below 660, you can still qualify for a mortgage, but your interest rates will really start to rise. That's why I recommend that you aim for a credit score of at least 660 and above so you can get the best interest rates. As far as paperwork goes, most lenders like to look at least 2 years back into your financial statements. So this would mean that they will want 2 years of tax returns, 2 years of W-2s or 1099s. They also like to see 2 months of pay stubs, as well as your last 2 months of bank statements. If you want a quick and easy way to estimate how much of a mortgage you can afford, simply Google mortgage calculator with taxes, then click on the purchase budget tab. Last but not least, how much money should you save in order to buy a home? That's actually pretty simple. I would recommend that you save 6.5% of the purchase price of whatever home you're looking to buy. For example, if you're looking to buy a $400,000 home, I would recommend you save around $26,000. This is to pay not only your down payment, but your closing costs as well. If you want to see example of properties for sale in the Chicago area, check out my videos here.